You want to generate leads, sales, appointments, or valuations for your local business? If so, carry on watching. Now, in this 5-part video series, I'm going to be showing you some powerful ways, both paid and absolutely free, in which you can generate leads, customers, appointments for your local business. So what I mean by local is maybe you're a real estate agent, or maybe you're an electrician or a dentist or a psychotherapist or an optician, whatever your local business is. So you serve a local community. This video is for you. And so carry on watching. And before I do jump into it, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications button. So when I do produce new similar content, which will be of value to you, yeah, you'll be the first to be notified. First method is using local SEO. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. And this is where your business can be found within the organic section of Google. So when you go to Google and if someone types in your business name, for example, if they type in electricians in London, then it won't appear right at the top, but it appears somewhere towards the middle of the page. And when people click on these listings, you won't pay anyone anything. Now, in order to do that, firstly, what you must do is decide on the location name and be very specific about the location name. Don't just go for UK. You could go for London, but for example, why don't you home in to your local area whereby you know that people will be willing to commute that distance, because not everybody might want to travel like 25, 30 miles or kilometers in order to reach your business. So once you've decided that, let's say, for example, if your location is going to be Canary Wharf, right? So you could have electricians in Canary Wharf. Now, in order to do that, first thing you must do is make sure your title tag contains these keywords like electricians in Canary Wharf. So when Google comes onto your website and indexes your website, it immediately knows that, hey, this is something to do with electricians in Canary Wharf. Yeah. Not only that, but when your page gets listed in Google, then the first link that people will see, which is going to be the clickable link, will have a title in it called "Electricians in Canary Wharf." Now what you must do is you've done the title tag. Now you must make sure that the headings within your page or your specific page that you've got within your website must contain the words, electricians in Canary Wharf. Now, don't spam. Don't carry on creating lots of headings with the words electricians in Canary Wharf. Try to keep a good balance, yeah? Because if you overdo it, then you're just spamming the page and it doesn't look real. And people, search engines such as Google, can pick up that this is just artificially over-optimized content. So make sure that your body, the actual content of your page, contains the word electricians in Canary Wharf, or even a combination of variations of the word. So you've got Canary Wharf in there, you've got electricians in there, right? So it's not just having that particular phrase, because people will type your phrase in different ways. And if your content is about electricians and it mentions Canary Wharf, Google and other search engines are clever enough to pick up that this page is about electricians and it is about electricians in Canary Wharf. So you don't have to carry on drumming that same phrase onto your Google page. Otherwise, it does start to look a bit fake and it's not very readable. So what I would also suggest is that the content, the amount of text that you have on your page, give search engines a reasonable chance of understanding your content. So what I mean by that is make sure that you've got at least 500 words on any one page. 500 words of relevant content to whatever your subject is. In this case, electricians, and mentions of the location, Canary Wharf. What you must also do, you must also make sure that you've got something called NAPS. That's name, address, and phone number. Yeah. So however you write the company name, the address, and the phone number, make sure it's always consistent. Yeah, throughout your pages, and whether you promote your business on another search engine or another a directory or a forum, write it in the same way, because then Google or other search engines will know that, hey, this is all part of the same type of business. What's also really important is you get your website listed within local forums, your social media. Put links to your website, but make sure that wherever you list your website, it uses a consistent NAP formation, like I told you earlier, your name, address, and phone number, and put links from the directories back to your website again. However, make sure that the websites or the directories that you get your website listed on are relevant and are of quality, high quality, and are very relevant. Don't just go spamming and getting loads and loads of links, right? Just make sure they are very relevant. You might even know a few bloggers or newspaper articles or whatever, online forums, who serve your local community. Make sure that you get your links to your website from these platforms, because that will then help Google to understand, hey, a lot of people are linking to this website from a relevant source, and therefore there must be something good about this website. Therefore, I'm going to take more interest with this website. So link building is really powerful. However, it must be very carefully done to make sure it's high quality links only. What I would also suggest for local SEO is just make sure that you've got you're signed up to Google Search Console. So if you just Google the word Google Search Console, you'll be able to sign up to a free account. And what Google Search Console is, it's a bit like it monitors the health of your website. So if there is anything wrong, then Google Search Console will tell you. Google Search Console will tell you a whole load of other information about the traffic that you're getting onto your website. So it's certainly worthwhile installing Google Search Console. Make sure you've got a sitemap. So a sitemap tells search engines that what pages of your website it needs to know about. So put your most important pages within your sitemap. So when search engines do come onto your website, it's very easy for search engines to crawl your website and to understand what your website is all about. Yeah. Also, make sure that you've got a good URL structure. So the website address that you have at the top, try to include obviously you'll have your domain name in it anyway, but make sure that whatever page that you have, it's named so that it contains the word, like for example electricians, and maybe even electricians and the word Canary Wharf. So if your website address is John's Electricians, then you could or johnselectricians.com, then what you could have is johnselectricians.com/electricians hyphen Canary Wharf. Yeah, so separate the words by using hyphens. Finally, make sure that your website is hosted on an HTTPS protocol, right? So what that means is that your website is secure. What you might have to do is speak to your website developer or your webmaster and purchase something called a digital certificate. And this is something that will really help to gain trust when users are coming onto your website, because they know that when they come onto your website, the content is going to be secure, and if they enter any information there, then it's all encrypted. So it's really important to make sure that you've got HTTPS as opposed to just the traditional HTTP. Guys, I hope you found that useful. If you have, please do hit on the subscribe button and hit the notifications button. And also, if you've got any comments on how you promote your local business, put in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to see what strategies may be working for you, or likewise the strategies which may not be working for you. Same time, if you've got any questions about anything I've said, ask me in the comments below and I will respond to you. Guys, look at the second video now. It'll be somewhere over here. There'll be an icon. Click on it, and I'm going to be showing you the fastest way to get your website in Google so that you can start generating leads, typically even as quick as 24 hours. So don't forget to watch. Click on the link, or there'll be a link in the description below. Click on it and I'll see you on the second video. Take care.